Yo, Lego Transformers Age of Extinction Optimus Prime, version 2.
Huh?
I'm going in.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Mario!
Lego!
Nani?
Humans have asked us to play by their rules. Well, the rules have just changed.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Shae here. Let's get right into it.
Nice.
Yo, I see you thinking there, bro. Like, you good?
Nah, I'm good. But you see, the thing is that subscriber count been going pretty fast these days, bruh. That's a problem.
Alright, so I mean, like, what's the problem then?
You see, the problem is that a lot of these new subscribers, bro, they not yet accustomed to the flames.
The flames?
The flames. The old subscribers, right? They already know when they pull up to the Shae Builds YouTube channel that I'm about to drop some fire out here in these YouTube streets. So you see, mentally, they already ready for the fire. They already accustomed to the heat.
That's wild.
That's what I'm saying.
So what that mean for the new subscribers then?
Bro, I'ma keep it a buck with you. A lot of these new subscribers might finna leave this video with third-degree burns, bruh.
Confidence a little too high this video. Not even gonna lie. Yes, you must slow that thing down, boy.
Me nah load none.
Okay, now let me stop playing. Here we have Transformers Age of Extinction Optimus Prime coming in at about 56 hours of build time and scaling in at about 12 inches long from the front grille portion of the truck all the way to the back. So y'all already know we're gonna have to stamp the big boy verification badge on this guy. Now hold up, right? I'm hyped because, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally done the impossible. We have finally built quite possibly the most difficult Lego Transformer in the entire Transformers movie franchise, and it actually looks good in both modes. Now, this Prime is also a little bit fragile, believe it or not, and as you can see under the middle portion of the truck right here, we do actually have a 2-brick and 2-plate stand just to make sure he doesn't collapse down in the middle there. So the construction isn't perfect, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? Now, I am keeping in mind that this Prime isn't fully transformable due to the fact that the oil tanks at the bottom portion of the truck here do actually get removed during transformation. So it's fair to say we could dock a point for that. However, they do transform into some massive and cool looking arm cannons, so I feel like it kind of balances out as a plus and a minus at the same time. Now, the crazy thing was though, as I was designing this, I was actually able to get the oil tanks to transform, but there was just nowhere else to actually store them due to how compact this Optimus Prime's robot mode is. And stuff like that is exactly the reason why this Optimus Prime is just so insanely difficult to successfully pull off and design. Because this Optimus Prime's robot mode is intentionally designed to not look anything like the truck mode. Other than the smokestacks that stick out here, there's no other characteristics or features from the vehicle mode that are prevalent in the robot mode. So for example, with the Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime, we got the windows on the chest. We got the smokestacks on the sides of the arm. We even got the wheels at the bottom of the feet. And he's also got that nice boxy aesthetic, which really helps with balancing the proportions in his robot mode. But I say all that to say, as you can see, we're literally using different portions of his vehicle mode to form parts of his robot mode. But now, with this Optimus Prime right here, since he looks nothing like his robot mode, you have to hide all of these components as opposed to using them to form different parts in the robot mode.
And you cannot do that like that.
And if you take a look at some of the figures from certain companies that didn't really have like this massive budget to put into really high level architecture for their Transformers Age of Extinction action figures, you'll see that they ran into a lot of the same problems I did, where they literally just ran out of places to store truck mode parts on Optimus Prime's robot mode. So some of the figures just have these large portions of kibble just hanging off his legs and arms and back.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the
Very unsightly and very dusty. Okay, some of these Optimus Primes had very high levels of dust accumulation, if I'm being honest. Yo, especially this one right here. Like, I don't know what the hell happened with this joint. Proportions off, back of the legs don't even transform, and man's got a massive butt flap that don't even tab anywhere, just hanging off his back. Just dust everywhere with this one. Okay, we getting a little sidetracked here. On a side note though, if you guys are interested in having me build your favorite Lego Transformers or mechs and reviewing them on the channel here, consider becoming a Super Shae. The membership link for that is in the description. Or if you're interested in buying some instructions to some of my non-transformable builds, those are available up on my Patreon. So you can sign up as a free member to the Patreon and just buy the instructions from the shop one by one. But hold up, peep game. Bro, you sign up as a medium Shae to the Patreon and you get access to all of my instructions and any new instructions that I make in the future for $5 a month.
Wow.
Once again, the link for those memberships is in the description. And shout out to KDo1997 for being a loyal Patreon of the channel. Now, before we get into Prime's robot mode, I want to talk details, okay? Because the details on this vehicle mode looking pretty elite right now, bruh. Now, let me give y'all a little tour just so y'all know it's not cap. Autobot sign on the front portion of the vehicle mode. Can I get a yeah boy, please?
Yeah, boy.
Windshield wipers, sun visors, and lights on the front portion of the truck. Can I get a nice?
Nice.
Side windows, bar, and exhaust vent on the front portion of the truck, accompanied by a red and blue tiled color scheme. And lastly, 4 chains hanging off the back portion of the truck, accompanied by all 6 smokestacks.
Das avance.
Okay, now let's finally get back into that robot mode. Got my man's Optimus Prime out here looking yummy right now, bro.
Huh?
Bro, got my man's Optimus Prime out here just looking edible.
Hey, yo!
You see the shenanigans just be laced all throughout the video. This is not new. Now, just on a quick side note, for those of you guys interested in seeing some pictures of my Lego Transformers or Lego mocks, or even just staying up to date with my latest builds, you can definitely do all that by following me over on my Instagram page. So the link to that is in the description. And if you're interested in purchasing some of the new Shae merch, I've also got the link to my shop where I sell shirts, hoodies, and mugs in the description as well. Ooh. Okay, and here we have Optimus Prime sporting the dual customized arm cannons that have been made from his oil tanks. And at first, I was a little upset that I even had to parts form this guy, but after seeing how these oil tanks came out, I'm actually liking this design a lot, because for me, if I have to parts form, my goal is just to capitalize on it in some way. So now that I made the oil tanks into these cool looking cannons, it feels more like a plus than a minus, because these actually look like official Optimus Prime weapons. And of course, we have Prime here sporting the signature Energon Battle Blade, which he uses against Galvatron in that roadway fight scene. But you see, my man's Galvatron wasn't having none of that blade this movie, bro. My man said it's slow for that, Prime. Takes the blade, puts it in his chest, and slices it up in like 2 seconds. But you know what? Real talk, Prime don't even worry about the little stuff like that, cause he stay ready with the triple barrel handgun on deck. And if that don't work, y'all already know he's ready to turn up with the shield and the sword.
Oh my God!
Now, my favorite part about this build is definitely number one, the shield. But the second thing is just the proportions on this guy, because A.O.E. Prime isn't like the other versions of Optimus Prime where there's large shoulders and slender sections that lead into bulkier other sections. This Prime is just bulky all around, and he's got a real stocky and strong humanoid looking build. And because of that bulkiness, that really gave me the opportunity to add in a lot of stabilizers within the design of this guy. So although that vehicle mode is pretty unstable, the robot mode, as you can see, does not require a stand and is very sturdy. Oh. Now, my first version of this Transformers Age of Extinction Optimus Prime actually transformed into a customized Cybertronian jet that I designed. And understandably, some people were a little bit triggered because, you know, people want to see Optimus Prime turn into a truck like he's supposed to. So I get it. But for this TLK and A.O.E. Prime in particular, bro, I feel like the jet is still better than the truck. No! I'm sorry. Hold up. Only because this Prime's design is so abstract and he looks nothing like anything that transforms into a truck. And at the end of Transformers Age of Extinction, he actually starts flying. So I feel like a jet is so much more fitting for this Prime design here. But you know what? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Jet or truck alt mode. And if you guys are interested in seeing some other versions of my Transformers movie Optimus Primes, I'll leave the link to my Transformers Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime at the end of the video, and the link to my Transformers Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime at the end of the video as well. Now, as for a size comparison, this Prime is coming in at about 10 inches tall from head to toe, so he loses about 2 inches in comparison to his vehicle mode. And that really just gives you an idea on how much stuff collapses down during his transformation. Swinging around to the back here though. As you can see, the back is pretty messy and bulky, but at this point in time, I don't really worry about the backs of my builds as long as they can stand and the kibble isn't so overbearing that it's visible from the front. I'm pretty much okay with it, especially considering how difficult this Prime was in terms of having to hide stuff all over his body. As you can see, we have all the wheels on the backs of his legs here, and the front of the truck is on the inner portion of the leg, so I had to divide the front of the truck in half and distribute it across the back of both legs. Whew. Then we've got the smokestacks and the chains hanging off the upper portion of his back. And if I did include the oil tanks within the transformation, they would pretty much just be sitting up at the top of his upper back right here. Now, the really cool thing about the back of the legs here, even though they're not so clean, is these pieces that you see here are not just there for show. They're actually being used to reinforce the back of the leg so Prime doesn't tilt backwards. So the wheels at the bottom here are actually being used as stabilizers along with the stabilizers at the back of the heels. And then the front portion of the truck actually stabilizes the back of the thigh and the waist. So it is actually still being used to a certain degree. On another note though, I do believe it is time for me to finally open the voting polls again and allow you guys to vote for which Transformer you'd like me to build next. Oh, and best believe the runner-ups are gonna be crazy this time round. Best believe that. First up, we've got Transformers 2007 Ironhide on deck.
My weapons specialist, Ironhide.
You feeling lucky, punk?
Easy, Ironhide.
Then we've got Transformers Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime up next.
I bring you Cybertron, your home, and still you choose humanity.
And lastly, we've got Transformers 2007 Starscream.
Love it when your little insect
So I'll leave the link to the voting poll as a pinned comment at the top of the comment section.